All right, let's start. So we are currently implementing the animation editor in the new editor suite, or new, but it's like yeah, it's where we'll put all the tools in a common program. And yeah, I haven't really broken down the steps to do it, but I guess we can do things. So I would like animation details, I guess. So this would be what is it? Animation. Yeah, the inputs like grid size, frame duration. What else do we have? Let's check it out. So yeah, frame duration, we have animation name, right? And a way to delete the animation. So animation name input, delete animation button. All right. Then we're also gonna have the frame window or frames. List frames. Selectable. We're also and then we're gonna have frame details as well. So frame details has like origin input, duration scale input. Oh yeah, we also have information like total animation duration. Yeah. And here we also have sort of like starting time of frame from the start of the animation. When does this frame start? Let's see, what else do we have for the frames? We have delete frame button, we have origin, we have the, yeah, that's it. Delete frame button. Okay. We also have the preview window. Okay, and I think that's gonna be it. Incorporate spreadsheets sources. Okay, I'll just delete this. Set texture is done, and add new animation button is done. Animation list is done with a list of selectable animation. I guess we can do this. Okay. Is there anything we're missing here? I just wanna have it all put in there. I don't think so. No, not really. We do have this reload texture button, so that's where that could actually be a good thing to have as well, because sometimes I change a little bit on the graphics and then just click this button instead of like reloading the whole program. It will actually reload the texture, so that would actually be a nice thing to have. So I'm just gonna add that as well. Reload texture button. There we go. Okay, so let's get started here. I think I'm gonna leave this for last. There. And so, oh yeah, one thing that isn't really shown a lot in the input is gonna be adding the frame. So click on text on sprite sheet or whatever to add frame, add / replace frame, and then we also want to show or highlight current grid cell or hovered grid cell. Okay, cool. Maybe we can also have highlight currently selected frame as well. So frames source cell. So if you select a frame, the sort of graphic that it's taken from the sprite sheet is gonna be highlighted as well, so that you can easily see, okay, it's this one and which one should be next or whatever. Now I do want to add more features to this in the future, like for example in frame details it would be nice if you could move the frames between, like if you want to insert a frame, that's not really possible right now with this functionality. You have to sort of delete all the frames and then redo everything. So it would be nice if you could move them around, do stuff like that, more easily, like manipulate the list. But we're gonna start here, and this will now bring us back to the functionality that we had from before in the old tool, but with the new sort of in-GUI system, which will also fix the issue where you could have more, potentially many more animations without the UI being horrible to work with. Since there are too many animations, if I show you here, there's too many animations in this list, so I have to make this scrollable, which is a pain in the ass to do in this library. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna switch over to this tool because that's what I wanted to do from the start anyway. So yeah, and that will automatically fix the issue because in-GUI has better, like, yeah, you don't have to handle that yourselves. in-GUI takes care of that for you. So yeah, so I think what to do first, probably animation details maybe. Yeah, we'll just do everything from top down, I think, here, because once we're done here, well, I guess we could start with this, but technically, yeah, but this is not gonna be that much of an issue, so I'm just gonna start with this. So we can go to animation, the animation layout here, and we'll go down to the menu, and here's our menu. All right, here's the list of animations. So let's have it after the list of animations here. So we'll begin, well, we don't need to begin, I think it's like a label, or what is it called, section, title, subtitle. Let's see what it's called, so I think we have in, for example, time map, there are like different sections in the main menu. So let's check this out. Yeah, separated text, that's what I was thinking of. So separated text, so this is animation details, or just animation, I guess we can call it. And then below here we're gonna have yeah, so let's start with the name input. Now the name is now this string Z type, so in theory it should be easy to actually implement this now. So we're gonna have an input text, okay, and the label is name, I guess we can say. Then we have arguments, which we provide a buffer, which is going to be animation document get. So now we actually need the animation itself. So let's see, we don't have that function, so I'm just going to say get selected animation. This will return an animation, yeah, and just an animation. So this would be index is this, or else return null, and then return animations. Well, I can say so get animations. Actually, I can say get selected animation index as well. So get animation items I. Okay, that's the selected animation. Yeah, I forgot here. When we add an animation, we probably want to set the current animation to the newly added one as well. But we'll fix that later. Okay, so here, actually, all of this is going to be inside this if here. So if we actually have a selected animation, we're going to get it out here, and then we can use it in this if body here. Now we can say that the buffer is going to be, so this will only be visible if we actually have selected an animation. Now this is going to be name get buffer. Is there anything else we want to do with this? Not sure if there is. No, I think it's enough to have that. Okay, do you return anything, a bool? Let's see if we actually need to do anything with this. I don't think so either now. So let's just do this. This will modify name directly. So that's good. And it will also know the maximum capacity since it's sort of baked into this slice that we give it. Okay, so that's the name. So let's see if this works now, which it should work. So let's try and open this and or run this and see. Oh, we get some errors. Get animations. Oh, so this needs to be a thing there. We could do. We probably should want this to be a pointer. So let's actually do this. There we go. Just so we can modify it if needed. Okay, so let's open up this animation document. And we have this walk animation, and there you go. There you can see, and you can see it's being updated there as we change the name. So let's just try and save it, reload, open this up. Come on. I don't know why the first time you do the double click, it takes so long to do. But yeah, and there you can see it modified it. You can change the name like that, save, and there we go. Very easy. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So this one is done. We have grid size, and that's a little bit different. So now we have, I guess we could do float 2 or int 2 grid size. And we have to go in here to check. Okay, so we have something called v, and then flags, and this is the normal things. Okay, so let's do v is equal to animation grid size, but I think we need to do like a pointer cast, or maybe even just this. Will that work? Value of bool ignored. Fine. Okay, there we go. Now, I know that in the old tool, we actually had a safeguard with this input, because you could enter things that was not really possible, like a 0, like sometimes, or an empty. So I'm curious to see how this will work. But I think also in the other one you could put like, yeah, you could put letters and stuff. Okay, it will just not work, I guess. And if you do that, like delete it, and then it goes back. Okay, cool. So that's fine. Nice. Yeah, we'll see if we have any issues cropping up with that. So we'll take that off. Okay, so now we have the frame duration. So it's basically going to be the same, but this is going to be a float. And we'll call this just frame duration. And let's see what. So it's still v step. Yeah, so here you can specify the step and the format as well. So I think this should be fine. I'm not sure about the step, but let's do this. So frame duration. Okay, we got some errors. Oh, missing a comma. I should probably, like, okay, let's do this. Let's go to config. I want to do a slight modification to restore session. I want to be able to remember. Okay, I was just thinking if we should delete all this. I want to be able to remember which editor was open. I believe I did something to that effect, but it looks like it doesn't really work. So let's just look at here. Okay, so we do have this, but it's not actually looked at, or yeah, I'm not sure why we have this. So if we have this, we wanna, let's do open editor. Let's just do this because we already have the thing. So, or wait, it's OEFP. Yeah. Okay. Are we getting rid of this parse? Yes, we are. Okay, so if we had an editor open before we open it again, we don't need to do all this stuff. So we'll just keep the one editor. We won't remember all the editors that are open. We just keep the one that we had at like a start. And so we'll see here, get current editor. So that is the editor that is currently opened. Yeah. So that's the only thing, that's the only editor that we're gonna remember. So if we start this again, technically we should, in theory, we should get the animation editor open. No, we didn't. Okay, maybe it was because we didn't restore or store the session properly before. No, it still doesn't open that. Interesting. Is it because in this state we already have it gone? Store session. So, yeah, it would be a problem if the context actually gets deinitialized. I don't think it does. Like before this happens. No. So we're storing the session. It should do this. Let's look at the session. And yeah, the current file path should be good. Yeah, editor mode doesn't make sense anymore. It's not actually used anywhere. So I think we'll just remove that. Editor mode. There we go. No, it's okay. Remove it here as well. Optional. Okay, I need more context to that error here. Oh, it's not actually an error, so I'm not sure why it didn't disappear. Okay. Anyway, oh, we got a memory leak, I think. Oh, it's the animation stream. Okay. Did we add that here? Texture path. Wait, this is not. Oh, it's in here, so we call the initialize here. Name the initialize. Yes. Oh, hang on. Let's check out the clone method for animation. Wait, no, persistent data. Where's clone? Okay, this is cloned. But then we also wanna deinitialize. Wait. This one is deinitializing every animation. application though, so okay. Not sure why, but where this happens. Yeah, it's when a document's loaded in. So why is it not deinitialized though? Maybe it's just better to store the buffer separately. Let's just do that. Oh. Wait, in it's okay, yeah. But no. Let's do buffer. Is that? And then slice. So is that right? And then I don't understand this. Okay, so get buffer. This is just buffer. Yeah, and it's a slice. So okay. Alright, no leak when just quitting. Okay, we do still have a leak. It's still the same thing, I think. Yeah. So. Oh, okay, I know. So it's because when we parse this, we actually initialize the string here. I was thinking like, oh, it's not actually gonna allocate anything outside of the arena allocator. Well, actually, this should be the arena allocator that we get here. Yeah, but the... wait. But this complains about the new one, I think. Not... yeah, it complains about the cloned one. Oh, because we're initializing it. Oh, wait, we're initializing it, so we're already getting... okay, my bad. So the issue is here, when we clone, we initialize the animation here, which in turn creates the name, initializes it here, which in turn will allocate stuff. So we cannot just... yeah, here we're throwing the old allocated thing away, so we cannot do that. We have to... well, we could just do set like this, like, yeah. Yeah. Because now we're not throwing away the original allocation. Okay, there we go. Nice. Got that out of the way. Okay, so now what was I doing? Oh yeah, so it's not actually loading this editor, so I'm not sure why that doesn't happen. Restore session. So we are in here, and we should have the project opened, and then we should get in here. Right. And it's gonna call this, and we know that this works, I think, yeah, because this is the function that gets called from, or is it? Open file node. Right, so we are, but it's already absolute path, so we should be able to use open editor directly. Also, we know it's an editor thing, so we should be able to use it directly. An editor like file that we have opened. So we're checking if it exists. If it doesn't exist, then we create it here. We request the document. So I'm not sure why that didn't work. Yeah, we have to have a current project. It like if we don't have it, it crashes here. Let's just see if we actually get in here. Or debug opening editor for path. Yeah, so it is opening it, but it's not showing up, so I'm Not sure what's going on there. Found document. Was it unable to find the document? No, it does find the document. We initialize the editor, which is very simple here. We do the dupe thing. Oh, we're not doing this. Right. So we return here for some reason. So the idea is if we don't find, well, now we can request the document, so we should actually find the thing. So I don't think we need to do any of these things anymore. So what we did before was we manually sort of requested the document, you could say. We looked into, do we have a document? With all of these things are actually done in request document. So do we have document? We do the key pointer thing. Do we have a document? Then we initialize the editor with that document. Okay, this is, we set value. Okay, yeah, so let's just delete all this because we don't need it, and we don't need to return because we want to set current editor to that thing. So let's open this. Maybe that's why it didn't open first. You had to like open it several times before it actually worked. And now it works. Okay, cool. Let's delete these logs. Okay, because I was thinking like, why the hell isn't it opening the things when I double click here? Cool, so we got that working. Okay, nice. And now we don't have to go in and double click the thing every time. Okay, so now we can do this and do this, and we have our little frame duration. If we press up and down, nothing happens. I guess you could put steps in to be like, I don't know, 0.0, 0.1 maybe to change sort of the frame duration. But cool, so now we got that. I think maybe we want to increase the width of this a little bit. Layout animation. We have the menu. Let's increase it by some amount. See how it looks. Okay, now they get larger as well, so, but okay, it's actually, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we got frame duration now. Wait, where is the to do here? Yes. So now this is just like an info box, like how much is the total animation. So that should be pretty straightforward. It's just gonna be label or just text. Actually, it could be a label text, I guess. What's the difference? Like, why can't you just format it directly? Okay, whatever. Because now we can say the total duration and then the duration here. And we'll do, I don't know, 3. And then the duration's gonna be animation. And there should be like a get total duration. I'm not sure why that didn't make it over here. I'm just gonna look at the old code to see.